few years ago, I realized something that completely changed the way I see the world. I came across an old book by Viktor Frankl called Man's Search for Meaning. Frankl survived the Holocaust and he came out with a profound insight. Everything can be taken from a man but one thing: to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. He called it the last of the human freedoms. You see, even in the worst conditions, he discovered that people could still be kind and hopeful and even joyful. Not because what is happening to them, but because their actions and their choice of attitude remain theirs to determine. Today, we face a different kind of concentration camp. It's a world that constantly screams at us to get angry and to react and to just lose our decency. The news bombards us with crisis. Algorithms feed us rage. Families broken apart by politics, unable to sit at the same dinner table. People treat each other like enemies. And honestly, it's exhausting. But here's what Viktor Frankl taught me. We don't have to be infected by the noise. I'll be honest, there was a time when that chaos wasn't just out there, but it was within me. I felt like I was constantly at war with the world and myself. And the smallest frustrations became explosions. I snapped at people I loved, family, friends, and even strangers. And this wasn't just anger. It was exhaustion, hopelessness, and this gnawing sense that nothing I did mattered in the grand scheme of things. At night, instead of resting, I'd sit in bed with my phone, glowing in the dark, scrolling endlessly through news, arguments, and the curated perfection of strangers' lives. I wasn't just searching for information, but I was looking for things that just made me feel like it all made sense and that I wasn't alone. And I never had an answer. But after reading that book, I started asking myself, what do I want out of all of this? Not how do I fix everything or how do I make the world better, but what do I want to be? And every time something would trigger me, I'd just come back to that question. And that's when I started to notice that the chaos on the outside was feeding the chaos within me. But asking that question reminds me that I can't control the world, but I can control how I respond to it. And that's why I'm sharing this with you, because maybe you're feeling it too. That sense of being swallowed whole by everything wrong with the world. Maybe like me, you're carrying a weight that you didn't even realize that you can set down. And maybe this question could be a lifeline for you too. Because if I've learned anything through living through my own chaos, it's that the world will try to change you. It will try to pull you into its storms, just trying to make you feel angry and hopeless. It'll test you in ways that you don't think you can handle, throwing you curveballs, making you question everything you thought you knew about yourself and others. But here's the truth. The world can only change if you let it, and the chaos only wins when you surrender. And surrender doesn't always look like giving up. Sometimes it's the small compromises that you make to your values when things feel too hard. I felt that pull so many times, but in those moments, you don't have to let chaos decide who you are. You can breathe. You can choose to show up differently. And every time you do and you take a step back, you reclaim a little piece of yourself. When you choose kindness over anger, patience over frustration, and focus over distraction, you win. Not in some grand, dramatic way, but in those everyday victories that add up to the life that you want to live. Not by controlling the chaos, but not letting chaos control you. So, how do you stay grounded when the world feels like it's pulling you apart? And this all starts with how you control your inputs. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, fear, and anger, whether it's through social media or the news, it's no wonder that you're overwhelmed. I would always treat my mind like a sponge, just trying to soak up all the information around me. And if you're like I was, you need to become ruthlessly in control about what you are consuming. If a piece of content makes you feel worse, you need to stop consuming it. It's like what you put into your body affects your health. What you put into your mind affects your state of being. If a conversation is draining you, set boundaries. If something on social media sparks anxiety, unfollow it. And protect your mental space the way you would protect a close friend. Another shift that's been huge for me is just to learn how to be present in the moment. It's so easy to get caught up in a whirlwind of to-do lists or future worries or past regrets. But multitasking doesn't make you more productive. It just robs you a chance to be present in what you are doing. One thing that has helped me stay grounded through all these crazy times is just building rituals that anchor me. I wake up, I write my thoughts, my intentions, my gratitude, just whatever's on my mind. It doesn't have to be long, but it's my way of starting the day off with a sense of purpose and clarity. Maybe for you it's prayer, meditation, or just sitting in silence with a cup of coffee. The key is to find something that just roots you in the present moment, so you can just take a pause and reset. And trust me, in these simple acts, they really can become your lifeline. So here's my challenge to you guys. When the world is screaming for you to react, just pause. I'm not saying this is easy because I know how loud the noise can get. You're frustrated, you're hurt, and everything inside you wants to lash out. But in that split second, before you say something or do something that you regret, take a breath, because you will be stronger than most people who react, because when you breathe, you regain control. Just like Viktor Frankl, the power to choose your emotions and your choices, that's yours. And when the world with all its chaos and negativity tries to strip you down and leave you with nothing, just remember that how you respond, no one can take that from you. No matter what's thrown at you, your integrity, your heart, your character, those are yours to protect. You don't need to let the world decide who you are. You get to choose. So here's what I ask from you guys. Take that power. Take back your peace, your patience, your clarity. Protect your decency. Stand firm in your truth, even when everything around you feels like it's falling apart. And if this message resonated with you, like it spoke directly to where you're at right now, just give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who may need to hear it too, so you're not keeping it for yourself. Because sometimes, just knowing that someone else gets it makes all of the difference in this world. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. See you later.